Hello, cinema friends. Welcome to another edition of Cinesundry. I'm your host, Markus Seaberry, and today we've got a story about a second chance at love as we review The Good House. Okay, now before we get into our review of The Good House, here's a word from our sponsors.
Don't be just another number. Get an arts plate for your car or truck. Funding from the plate goes to arts programming in schools and communities across Tennessee. Tell the world you support the arts.
Okay, now we're going to get into this review of The Good House. Let's start with the rundown. The Good House is about Hildy Good. She is a realtor and recovering alcoholic, kind of trying to get her life back together, but she's kind of thrown for a loop when she reconnects with an old flame. And let's talk about script and acting. I thought the script was very clever, very well done. There are serious moments interspersed with light comedic moments, and they blend well. And also, I love the choice to have Hildy Good, played by Sigourney Weaver, be a bit of a narrator. She breaks the fourth wall and actually talks to the audience. I've always been a sucker for that, and when done well, it can be very entertaining. And the acting, this is just a solid, stellar cast. Let's get into it. First up, we have Sigourney Weaver. She's another of what I like to call an acting OG. You know her from the Ghostbusters movie. You know her from the Alien franchise, Working Girl, Gorillas in the Mist, just a countless list of hits. And she's Hildy Good. Like I said, she's a recovering alcoholic, kind of trying to get her life together. Also, she's a grandma, trying to look after her children and grandchildren, trying to make sure all their needs are met. She has a tendency to overextend herself and kind of put on airs and make everything seem to be going okay while her life is actually kind of in a bit of shambles. It's a very interesting, believable performance. Yet another solid performance from Sigourney Weaver. And next up, we have Kevin Kline. Kevin Kline is another veteran actor. You know him from A Fish Called Wanda. You know him from Grand Canyon, Chaplin, Wild Wild West maybe, but just a solid guy. He's playing Frank Getchell. Frank Getchell owns a construction company. He's an old flame of Hildy's. They dated and had a relationship before she went to college and married her husband. Again, a solid performance by Kevin Kline, and he and Sigourney Weaver have great chemistry, very believable. It always helps when the people who like each other, or are supposed to like each other in the movie, seem like they really like each other. And next up, we have Morena Baccarin. Now, Morena Baccarin, you may know her from the short-lived, beloved sci-fi series Firefly. You may know her from the Gotham series. You also may know her from Deadpool and Deadpool 2. She plays Rebecca McAllister. She is a friend of Hildy's. Also kind of has a little subplot. Seems like she's bored in her marriage. She confides in Hildy. Hildy confides in her. They're pals. And again, it seems believable. And next up, we have Rob Delaney. Rob Delaney plays Peter Newbold. He's like the town psychiatrist. He befriends Hildy. He's known Hildy since he was a child. You know, he's trying to encourage her to go to therapy. A very, very solid performance from Mr. Delaney. And rounding out our cast here is David Rash. Now, if you're a 70s, 80s baby like me, you knew him from the short-lived police comedy Sledgehammer. He's got a very impressive list of credits. He plays Hildy's ex-husband, Scott Good. But also similar to Kline and Weaver, you see Rash and Weaver have good chemistry. His character still seems to care about her, still comes around and spends time with the family, even though they're no longer together. And now let's talk about director's technique. The directors of this film are Maya Forbes and Wallace Wolodarsky. They co-wrote a film called The Polka King with Jack Black, and they co-directed this film. I just think they got it. I think they've got the world down, this great New England town. You see all the scenery and older settings and sea settings and, just vibrant green settings. And also that small town thing where like everybody gossips and everybody knows everybody's business. They've got that perfectly. Now I haven't read the actual source material, but it seems like they've done a good job translating it. Just some good stuff. I would like to see more work from this duo. And now let's talk about sentiment and rating. Okay, the sentiment at the end of this was actually happiness and joy. The movie just works. It just works on so many levels. It's well written. It's well acted. It's well paced. Now, y'all know how I love when movies come in at under 2 hours, but it doesn't feel rushed. This is one of those. And again, I like the choice of having Sigourney Weaver be the narrator, breaking that fourth wall. That was a clever narrative device. And again, it just works. Everything works. The people who are supposed to like each other really seem like they like each other. I love this film. I'm not ashamed to say it. And also, I know it seems like your typical romance film from the trailer and everything, but there are enough twists and enough subplots to give this film a little more depth, a little more oomph. So guys, I'm jumping out the window and I'm going to give The Good House rating of R2. It was an R2 to me. Not sure if it's going to get any love come award season, but hey, sometimes you want a slice of life film, You can't be watching people run from dinosaurs and fight bad guys all the time. Sometimes you need some everyday stuff as a palate cleanser. And I strongly recommend The Good House. Well, all right, that's going to do it for me on this edition of Cinesundry. I've been your host, Markus Seaberry. And remember, as always, we ask that you like the video, comment down below on the video, and subscribe to the On Location Memphis YouTube channel. And remember, guys, take some time and treat yourself to a movie. See you next time.